Gascoigne. Ali McCoist. Selenko suspended. Stuart McCall injured. Alec Clellan and Gary Boland out of the side also, but still able to bring in Alexei Mikhailichenko wide on the right. Ian Ferguson back to fitness. Gordan DURIE will be the focal point of the attack, I think, with Brian Laudrup the main support, and Derek McInnes there wearing number 2, likely to play in the centre of midfield.
Well, this is how we think they're going to line up. I think every time we've tried to line up Rangers in the past, we've always come a cropper. But Mikhailichenko's gone onto the right-hand side, I think, doing a bit like David Cooper, able to play or ping balls in with his left foot to his strikers. But it'll probably be a 5-man midfield with Laudrup floating around up front and Gordan DURIE up front on his own.
So the two sides confirmed, the warm-up being completed as referee Jim McCluskey makes his way into the centre. The referee has a very impressive record. He's handled 3 League Cup finals in Scotland on 3 different venues: Ibrox, Parkhead, and of course the National Stadium at Hampden Park. A very experienced official, 22 years as a referee, and on the FIFA list, of course, one of the most highly rated officials in the country. Well, Derek McInnes cost £300,000 when he joined Rangers from Greenock Morton. This is only his 2nd match. He played against Partick Thistle 10 days ago in the 1-0 victory. But a very impressive young player, now 24 years old, and a man on whom Rangers are depending a great deal for the future. And Martin, thinking no doubt about European Championship finals in England next summer. He's been a part of the Scotland squad in the last year or so and has performed creditably when he's been called upon. Had some injury problems this season though. He's skippering Motherwell tonight in the absence of Chris McCart, who's a long-term injury victim. So off go the mascots. The formality's almost over. Still not the kind of noise and buzz you would normally expect around the stadium. It'll take some action, I think, from the middle to change that. It's Motherwell at the kick-off. Brian Laudrup and Gordan DURIE being waved away there. So referee McCluskey checks with his linesman. He's satisfied that everything's in order. And this crucial Premier Division match is underway. As Billy Davis slotted straight into the centre of midfield. Billy will face Charlie Miller. And you're already starting on the right-hand side of the Motherwell attack. David Robertson back in a defensive position at the start. Eddie May, another player who has been troubled by injury this season. Signed from Falkirk last season, a deal worth around £300,000. Steve Cook and Paul McGrillen going to Falkirk. A cash adjustment. So Andy Gordan going to early field the ball.
I think we got it right this time, Jock, with the lineup. So Mikhailichenko's gone onto the right-hand side of midfield. Laudrup on the left-hand side a little bit, with Rangers really playing through at the back, playing 5 in midfield. So it's a sweeper system versus sweeper system.
Here's Gordan PETRIC, put under pressure by Andy Roddy. So very impressive defender with Dundee United. Now trying to establish himself at the top level again, looking for some international recognition. Andy Gordan has had 12 shutouts in 26 matches this season. Ian Ferguson's layoff. This is Miller. And now Laudrup dropping deep. David Robertson racing ahead of him. But not quite that far ahead. Here's Krivokapic. And delightful skills again from the Motherwell defender. That's a bad clearance though. And Scott Howie, relieved to see that go wide. An early chance there for Derek McInnes. And a bad start for the goalkeeper.
Yes, the back pass was just right. He seemed to cuff it here, went to Derek McInnes. He first thought he could have a proper goal, and had that been on target, I think Scott Howie might not have got back across his goal. So a bit of a nervous start by Scott Howie.
And the nerves still evident there in that goal kick. 23-year-old goalkeeper. Established himself though instead of Steve Woods in the Motherwell goal. Headed away there by Krivokovic. Shaun McSkimming's header. Barnes sure to lose out in that challenge with McLaren. The ball in the air. Here's Roddie, who's very quick indeed on the left-hand side. He breaks across there. Ian Ferguson showing his displeasure at that free kick being awarded against him. Another injury-troubled player. That's McKinnon trying to make progress. Alexei Mikhailichenko's presence over there on the far side might pin McKinnon back rather more than normal, Terry.
Well, it might do, but I'd just be a bit concerned if I was Wallace Smith that Mikhailichenko is not left with McKinnon all the time to try and block his runs if Rangers do get stretched on their left-hand side. Mikhailichenko is not the quickest of people, with all due respect, and McKinnon likes to attack and get down that left flank, so we could see a bit of a battle between these two.
McLaren playing it along, using the pace of Durie. That's young Greg Denham tidying up. Now Krivokovic. Breaking the ball with off runs, almost caused a problem for Richard Goff. Tidying up work completed by McLaren. It's good play by Ferguson. Miller showing his two-footedness with a quick pass to LAUDRUP. David Robertson outside him. A reasonable shooting chance that for Charlie Miller. Well, capable of doing a lot of damage in the opposing penalty box. He's only scored twice this season for Rangers, but capable, you would think, of a lot more than that.
Well, it's well worth the strike, really, because LAUDRUP plays the ball in here. Good tackle by Krivokovic. The ball bounces loose, and Charlie Miller's first thought really is to have a pop a goal, and early stages, well worth your pop, and having seen Scott Howie put a goal kick into touch and squash the back pass, he might do well to try and test the keeper out even more.
Confident play by McLaren. Making Gordan look lively. There's a bit of pace up front for Motherwell with Barnes and Roddie. Push by Ferguson into McSkimming. Shaun McSkimming, a B international for Scotland. The offside flag up against Roddie. Andy Roddie, of course, very anxious indeed to break his scoring duck as a Motherwell player. Cost £150,000 from Aberdeen just over a year ago. Still to find the net in his new club's colours. Well, Scott Howe will feel better after that clearance, I think. Lambert trying to get on the ball there in the midfield, and well, they really do need Paul Lambert's kind of passing and control in the middle of the field.
Well, he's a good player. We saw in the previous game against Hearts. He's unlucky not to score from a great volley onto the far post, and he's one of these players that does get forward, likes to build up attacks, and can play the left-hand side or right-hand side of midfield. Motherwell started the better off, picking the scraps up better in midfield, and he knocked downs. Lambert in particular and Billy Davis getting hold of the ball a little bit too much for Wallace Smith's hopes, I would think. He'll be just concerned just to get Brian LAUDRUP on the ball a little bit more.
That's Durie to LAUDRUP. Led long by McSkimming, looking for a chase there from Andy Roddie. Rob McKinnon pushing forward here, marking Alexei Mikhailichenko. Durie with Martin, two very powerful players. The throw goes to Motherwell. Well, Durie's been a very important servant to Rangers since he arrived from Tottenham, playing in midfield, wide on each flank and through the middle.
Yeah, he's one of these players that when he gets hold of the ball and runs with it, he runs very quickly with the ball and can, with the upper body strength as well, can shrug off challenges quite comfortably. He's one of these players that can play in a variety of positions, and when you're playing in a team that, especially Rangers, have had a lot of injuries, he's a great asset to the side.
McSkimming didn't control that the way he wanted. McKinnon stepped in. Once again, Motherwell building from the back. Krivokovic always wants the ball played to feet. Martin to Davis. Good running by Eddie May, but that's intercepted by Gordan PETRIC, and May's out of position now. This is Durie. Supported well by McInnes. McInnes did well again, closing down Martin. Here's Charlie Miller. Klimakovic getting back. Superb tackle by Klimakovic. 36 years old, but still an outstanding defender, Klimakovic. Davis on the break now. And trampled down there by Ferguson. Davis looking there towards the referee for some help. Beautifully taken by Charlie Miller, but a dramatic fall did not impress referee McCluskey. Here's Brian Martin now. Little dummy to go away from Laudrup. Should be the other way around. Denham, 19-year-old. It's his 5th start for Motherwell in the first team. A couple of appearances as substitute before that. Headed away by McLaren. This is Miller. McInnes. Off to McLaren. Busy work up front by the Motherwell front two, Bonds and Roddie, giving the Rangers defence no peace when they're in possession. Now Goff. Mikhailichenko's found space. He can be dangerous here. Good ball wide for Robertson. Good recovery there by Eddie Mayo. Lost his footing there. Signs perhaps that things are firming up out there, Terry, with the temperature dropping rapidly.
Yes, possibly the pitch itself. We had a walk on it before the game. It's very bumpy.
Long throw from David Robertson. It's back now with Charlie Miller. Well, appeals a handball against Miller. Waved aside. Confident play by Denham. Cushion header back to his goalkeeper. But Charlie Miller again finding space. Charlie Miller has been very heavily involved in the opening spell in the match. Goff invited to play it short to Ferguson. Laudrup has been given a roaming commission. He's dropping off very deep to try to become involved. Look at the work being done here by the Motherwell front two. Now Laudrup. Good cover provided by Martin, but Lambert's backtracking efforts helped. Martin's timing was good in the challenge. Good long throw again, very dangerous indeed. Goff was there, so was DURIE. Good challenge by PETRIC, a knock in the head there. PETRIC and Burns clashed. Both players appear to be all right. Here's May, very determined, linking with Burns. Now McKinnon. This is Roddie under pressure from Mikhailichenko. Greg Denham again. McKinnon. That's very hopeful by Denham against the Rangers defence. PETRIC clears up. A miscued header from Goff. Amazing number of left-sided players, natural left-sided players in this Motherwell side. Here's one of them, Greg Denham. Here's another, Billy Davis. Now Lambert. Lost control there in the middle of the field. That's unusual for Paul Lambert. Became an internationalist in Japan last summer. Laudrup. Good positioning by McInnes. That's for Ferguson. Laudrup again. Scott Howe has to win that from Motherwell. He does so confidently. And the player making a challenge remarkably was David Robertson.
It's quite amazing, really. Laudrup and Mikhailichenko got on the ball a lot more, posing problems, but Scott Howe will be pleased after a bit of a shaky start to come and grab that ball. A good take by the big man.
Foul by Miller on May. Here's Martin. Settling in process for Motherwell, continuing. Skimming up well to that, slightly mistimed. Here's Billy Davis. Eddie May supporting. Great chance on here for Motherwell. There's Lambert. Great save from Gordan. Well, a gap opened up in the Rangers box.
Yes, a great ball in by Eddie May. Paul Lambert takes it well onto his right foot. Great shot, and Andy Gordan there just gets one hand to it. Luckily for Andy Gordan away, the ball bounces down, but you see it from behind the goal. Gets his hand down well. Big hand, strong hand. Ball bounces up and catches it at the second and 10. But a great save by Andy Gordan kept Rangers in the game then.
Very important save by Gordan. And I wonder what thoughts are going through the mind of Alec McLeish on the Motherwell bench. Such difficulties in finding the net in recent matches, and that was a golden opportunity, and Lambert did nothing wrong. This is Davis. May caught in two minds, I think. Well timed by Martin. Here's May again. Lambert in good position, wide on the right. That's Bonds. Well tackled by Goff. For the Motherwell supporters getting something to cheer now. But a good little spell this.
Yeah, really good spell by Motherwell. They're really getting the ball into the Rangers box quite a few occasions, low and high. Rangers haven't been able to clear their lines, and the LAUDRUP could have got the ball and took it away, but Brian Martin won the ball back, and now they have a corner, a chance for another left-footed player to Billy Davis to whip this ball in.
Well, won by McLaren to the near post. The build-up begins with Krivokapic. Roddie to May. The run's made by Burns. He's onside. Difficult ball to control at the corner flag. Frustration on the face of the Motherwell youngster. He's the only player to score for Motherwell in the last 8 matches. He scored the only 2 goals they've scored. Alec Burns. That's good play again from Motherwell. Eddie May under severe pressure there from McInnes. Martin did well against DURIE. Good control shown by McKinnon. Robbed though by Mikhailchenko. Strong challenge by Ferguson. Good play. Mikhailchenko. Given it away. Now Davis breaks for Motherwell. Space over the far side, occupied only by McKinnon for Motherwell. The pass came from Lambert. McSKIMMING. McKinnon once again. Lambert wants to be involved. Good running by Martin. Bums good at turning at the edge of the box. Back it goes to Martin. And the promising move comes to an end. But Motherwell playing some good possession play.
Well, Motherwell always played good possession play. It's that final ball into the box. We talked about this before when Motherwell played Hearts, when it was 0-0. A great game by Motherwell on that night, and Paul Lambert in particular must ban or try and ban Sky Cameras from the games, because he had a great chance against Hearts to score. Great save by Rousset in the Hearts goal, and today a great save by Andy Gordan prevents him from scoring yet again.
So Motherwell still dominating in the middle of the field at this stage of the match. Getting good support from the back men, like Martin. Good pass from Goff. LAUDRUP again met by Martin, who's played against them very effectively so far in the match. Now Denham. Scott Harry now. Again struggling with these clearances. Eddie May kept that in play. Well, McInnes appeared to catch Paul Lambert there. Krivokapic calmly back to his goalkeeper, and still Lambert is down as LAUDRUP controls the ball. Well, it was a head knock, They didn't merit a quick response from the referee.
Well, I just think it was one of those incidents really that the ball was there to be won and both players going after the ball. Sometimes you do use your arms to propel yourself and try and get as much height as you can, and sometimes your arms do catch players. We've had the incidents with Paul Gascoigne in particular in the past, but I remember playing against a certain Andy Gray who happens to work for this station as well. And you try and play against Andy Gray, I tell you, he left a few scars on my face. So unfortunately in football, it's just one of those things that's part and parcel of the game.
So John Porteous, the physio, carries out the repair work to Paul Lambert. Well, clearly, he took a bang there from Derek McInnes while the ball was in the air. He's a very important player to Motherwell, Paul Lambert. Great signing from St Mirren a couple of years ago.
There it was there, just both players, you see McInnes's, Derek McInnes's right arm just up there, but the ball was there to be won, and in fairness to Derek McInnes, in fairness to the referee, it was just one of those things that happens in the game.
So possession with Gordan PETRIC. Durie strong against Gregorovic. Good judgment shown there by Denham. Early impressions, Terry, on Greg Denham, left-sided central defender.
Well, I think he's done very well. He's got a good left foot. He's looking to get the ball forward all the time and as sharply as he can, but looks very confident, can flick the ball through his legs and looks very comfortable on the ball, which is a feature of any player in this Motherwell side. So I've been very impressed by him so far.
Roddie's header. Here's Barnes. Well tackled by Miller. Then by McInnes. Determined play by the Rangers midfield players. No orchestration there as David Robertson's pass goes astray. He apologises there to Laudrup. Oliver Smith remains in the director's box for the early stages of the match. Well, that's a good turn by Miller. Well tackled there by Davis. Foul surely there. Well, possession remained with Motherwell. That's why. Whatever he didn't give the foul. Just told Billy Davis that. Well, Denham playing it long, trying to get the ball beyond the Rangers defenders, I think, to use the pace of Barnes and Roddie. They haven't allowed much space though at the back there, Terry. They're defending quite deep.
Yes, they're defending quite deep, but they've had one chance. Motherwell, Paul Lambert's chance really should have been in the back of the net. So they've had one chance, and really the front two, Burns and Roddie, haven't been able to get any change out of the Rangers back three so far. But it took a midfield player to come through and a good ball from Eddie May so far. But Oliver Smith will be disappointed with the Rangers' start, I think, so far. They haven't really got the ball down and past as much as they can, and they haven't been able to get lined up on the ball in really advanced positions.
Well, here's Ian Ferguson. Laudrup. Things like that were coming off last season. Good running there by Rob McKinnon. Mikhailchenko running with him. Last good play by McKinnon. And a very good cross. Too far out for Gordan. It was begging for an attacking player to come onto that.
Well, that was the position we said, we talked about could be a bit of a problem for Rangers. Mikhailchenko having to trap Rob McKinnon down that left-hand side. Good cross, and PETRIC having to concede the corner.
That's Paul Lambert. McKinnon again, playing it wide. Lambert is offside. Disappointment there for Motherwell. Very interesting indeed, the possession going Motherwell's way so far. I think that bears out what we think we've been watching, Terry.
Well, the fact is that Motherwell have had the possession, they've had the better territorial advantage, but that final ball has always been poor.
Charlie Miller's pass, looking for Laudrup on the run. Eddie May squandering the ball away, giving Rangers an opportunity here to put some pressure on through this long throw from Robertson. Perhaps the longest in the country. That's Wyckoff goes up. Gordan and PETRIC left at the back as Goff went into the box for that throw. Head flick on from Mikhailichenko, chased there willingly by DURIE. It's followed by Dinamo, and a little bit more space perhaps than he might have done. He's running it well though. Good play by the youngster. LAUDRUP. Hustled all the time as soon as he gets possession. This time it's RODDIE doing the backtracking work. No way through there against Eddie May. Nimble feet shown there by RODDIE. Throw goes to Motherwell. Andy Roddy, a major enigma really, Terry, for Motherwell. Showed so much promise at Aberdeen early in his career.
Well, he played on the left-hand side for Aberdeen, but playing predominantly up front with all the injuries that have occurred to Dougie Arnott and to Tommy Coyne, but still excitable, still very pacey, still got a lot to learn in the game, but still very keen and eager to work for his boss, so you can't ask for much more than 100% honesty and 100% endeavour.
Now Charlie Miller. Waiting that initial challenge very well indeed. Now it's with LAUDRUP again, seeing more of the ball. That's a worry for Motherwell. But there's the old calming figure, Tribokovic, sorting that out. But LAUDRUP's influence becoming greater in the play.
Well, he's getting the ball, but not really getting the ball in really advanced positions, and you know, I'd like him to get a lot more. I mean, I'm sure Wallace Smith would as well, round about the edge of the penalty area for Rangers against the Motherwell back four and back three, but he hasn't been able to do that, and Rangers really technically still only have Gordan DURIE in the box, so they you know, even if he does supply the crosses to the far post, there's only DURIE there, and Mikhailichenko still out wide on the right.
Gordan DURIE, free kick here to Rangers, and this is dangerous, all right. Goff goes forward, PETRIC goes forward. Goff has scored 4 times this season, PETRIC only once. Mikhailichenko. No, PETRIC complaining. I think he was pushed there.
I wonder if Gordan PETRIC swears in Scottish or does he swear in his native tongue, but I think he was just claiming he was pushed. Any good centre-half, Brian Martin was marking him in particular, any ball that's you know that you're the last pair jumping for the ball, you do tend to leave your body in the way and make sure the ball runs out for a goal kick, and I think he just felt he was just being shoved out of the way by Brian Martin, but if he was, then Brian Martin did his job very, very well.
This is McSKIMMING. McLaren usually very sure-footed with these passes. Here's Davis. Advantage applied there. Miller was certainly fouled. Now LAUDRUP crossing to the right. Full of menace. Tripped there by McSKIMMING. It'll be the first booking of the match. Brian LAUDRUP clearly unhappy about that. Rob McKinnon tries to plead his teammate's case in vain. So the yellow card for Shaun McSKIMMING.
Well, definite booking as far as I'm concerned. LAUDRUP was just going past him there. He is in the right of the pitch, he's just trying to get back and then just clips his heels there, and the referee has no alternative.